I rarely do a quick ready with me, but I woke up late. It is, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do a little light one too, and the next thing you know, it's full glam. Now, my year has been really good, thank God. Something I'm really leaning into this year is trying to be consistent. I'm not alone in this thought, being afraid, being seen trying, and it's not that I'm afraid of being seen trying, I'm afraid of not being my authentic self while trying. In a world full of creative people who have set a blueprint and a standard for doing content creation, I think it's easy to fall into like what everybody else is doing. Not even just trends, but people talk, vocal inflections, how they present themselves. I just don't want to be that person, especially when there is an industry full of people who either found success doing something and it's like you want to be successful, so you think you have to do that. After turning 30, it's like I know who I am, but I'm still becoming self-actualized. I'm still on a journey to become myself, and myself has evolved, and I have to honor that. When I don't have time to do full glam, I just bush out my eyebrows with some gel. You know, people emphasize constantly, be yourself, and that's all fine and good, but as someone who was previously in a creative career, I was around people who dictated, not on purpose, but attempted to dictate who I was. And it wasn't malicious, but I think when you're creative, I was a performer. Fun fact, I was an actor. I went to school for theater. I did theater professionally for a while after graduating. As an actor, it's easy to fall into the trap of like always performing. Like you're always on because you always want to be welcoming. You want people to want to work with you. That's a little stressful. And especially as someone who is a shy performer, wasn't extroverted as people would expect. People expect you to be attention seeking as a performer, and I wasn't that. I never was. I love turning it on the stage, go in, slay my audition, but I was not that person all the time. But when I wasn't that person, it wasn't vivacious, cheesy, and oh my God, hi about everything, then I wouldn't get a call back. I wouldn't get called in. People's perception of you becomes like, oh, she's quiet, she's shy, or when you're a Black woman, she got a nasty attitude. So I didn't know if I was being myself because I was kind of forced into like a caricature of myself. And now that I work in tech, I feel like I'm being more myself because no one's expecting anything of me. I have the freedom, the gift, and the privilege to be more of myself in an environment where the expectations of me are not to be a performer. I find a lot of peace in just being able to be. Now, mind you, there are still factors in the corporate world or in the tech world where it's like, oh, the Black girl's quiet. I work with some great people. I don't feel this external judgment of myself. And maybe that's come with age, but honestly, being in a career where I'm not expected to be on all the time, I'm just expected to do my job very well, which I do.